right. All right, check. Yep.
We in the building.
Everybody. Triad Hip Hop Podcast welcomes you.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Episode 255.
255.
Let's get this opening intro.
Again.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. We in the building, man. Thank y'all for checking us out once again. Like I said, welcome to the Hip Hop Podcast, and this is your man Kurt, and this is your man
Howard.
Yes, sir. So, this is a special episode for us because, we're going to talk about this later, but we're going to be kind of revamping the podcast. We're going to go through a little bit of a metamorphosis. So, y'all stick with us because we're gonna upgrade this thing and make it even better. So, but before we get too far in, how was your week, my man?
We were pretty good. You know what I'm saying? We went this, as you see the shirt.
Yes, sir.
This past, well, actually, technically Sunday was the start of the week. So
yeah, just a couple days ago.
So we actually saw that. Man, messed up this morning, man. I was trying to get my breakfast and stuff going. And because I got this little crock pot, right? And I was getting ready to get my oatmeal in. I'm like, I'm gonna set this up so I can get this done. And then all I gotta do is just, eat and head out.
Yeah.
Forgot to turn the damn thing on.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Because that when you got a crock pot, that can be perfect if you get it, going right.
Yeah.
So, I know that feeling, man. Like, fuck. Shit.
Bro, home
right. But we won't keep y'all too long, man. So, but how's everything else with work and everything?
It works pretty good. How about your week, sir?
My week was pretty good, man. I can't complain. Going to the show was the high point of my week. So, work is work. Things have calmed down a little bit at work because we got our little contractual thing going on with Disney, and that's finally gotten resolved.
The mouse.
Yeah. They,
oh boy. To make money.
So that helped to calm the fire down a little bit. But we're gonna get into the whole show of the Force a little bit later because that was a dope concert. but overall my week was good. I can't complain. You know what I mean? So. But before we go too far, man, we didn't have anyone that I know that passed away. If we did, y'all let us know. But I do want to mention that, a rapper named CEO Jizzle was shot at a Little Baby concert, man. As far as I know, he's still alive and doing well. He's reported from the hospital, from what I can tell, to say, hey, I'm okay. Just so y'all know, he's good, but we still want to keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Hate to see anybody who get hit with a bullet because I don't ever want to know what that feel like. You know what I mean? So I don't care how much of a tough guy you are, you don't want to feel a bullet. A slug is very hot.
Talk about some real niggas right here. You know what I'm saying? Get shot, ain't shit. I'm like, nah, son, I don't want that.
Right. I remember when Cat Williams did the joke about that. He was talking about how he was like, I don't care how much of a thug you are. You feel this bullet. He's like, all of a sudden, that look like your face changed. Yo, man, he had me dying. That was back when Cat was on top of the game, man.
Yep.
So, y'all send your prayers and thoughts out for him. As far as I know, he is the cousin of Young Dolph. So, it's he got family in hip hop, and I'm sure they all, praying for him, you know what I mean? And I had a nephew also that got shot a week and a half ago, and he's doing better. I'm glad to see that. I was real nervous for him, you know what I mean? Because they said it hit his liver and everything, but he pulled through. So, So shout out to my nephew Kev. So we'll go ahead and jump into the show. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the birthdays. I got a few. Let me see here. Back on the 12th, which was yesterday, we have my man 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also on the same day, my man Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Happy birthday to him. Today, we got my man Playboy Cardi. And also today, we got General Swiss Beats. Happy birthday to those two.
All right.
I did post something about Swiss on our Instagram page. Let me see here. Coming up tomorrow, we have the General Nas.
N.A.S. Nas.
Sir. Nasir Jones. And also on the same day, the man that came out on the same record as him, Akinelli. You know what I mean? Happy birthday to him. They both got the same birthday.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yep. On the same, both of them came out on the main sources, Live at the Barbecue, and they both killed it. Also on the same day, Mike Geronimo. So, happy birthday to all 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, Mike Geronimo, man, don't get enough.
Yeah, most definitely. So, and then on the 15th, we got my man Sci-Hi the Prince. Y'all know him from Good Music, you know what I mean? He was also signed to, I think it was Akon's record label before that. What is it called? Convict Music. So he was on that before Good Music. But yeah, so, that was my dude, man. I still like his music. I don't really hear too much from him lately, but he's still one of my favorites out there. On the 16th, we got the icon Tila Rock. We also got my man Prince EA. His birthday is also on the 16th.
All right.
And Flow Rider. All 3 of them are on the 16th, so happy birthday to them.
All right.
Coming up on the 17th, we got Pumpkinhead. We got the Human Beatbox, Dougie Fresh. And we got my man Lord Jamar. And we got Steady B.
Definitely serious.
Yo, I had that album, man. That was one of my favorite albums, man. I'm kind of mad I lost that over the years. I had that on cassette. That shows y'all how old I am. All right, so let me go ahead. On the 18th, we got my man Capadonna representing the Wu-Tang. And we got my man Exhibit representing the West Coast. Happy birthday to them.
Exhibit.
Yes, sir. Coming up on the 19th, we got my man Jay Electronica.
All right.
We got my man Nine from the Bronx. We got Amil as well. She is also on the 19th. So happy birthday to all of them. And I think that's it for today. Yep, that is it. Let me delete that. Yeah. All right. So happy birthday to them. Let's give them some cheers. And a little bit of applause. So yeah, man, and we got a little bit of a question of the day for y'all, you know what I mean, and how we came up with, so let's jump into that. What was your question of the day?
My question of the day is, what will hip-hop look 50 years from now?
So what will hip-hop look like 50 years from now? Wow. Honestly, it's the way things are right now, I don't even know. It's hard to say, you know what I mean? I can still see hip-hop being a dominant genre. I don't know if it'll be on top, hopefully it will, like it is now. But I could definitely still see it being a dominant genre that's not going anywhere. Because there's some genres of music where you're like, I don't hear nobody making that kind of music anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't hear a whole lot of R&B these days. You know what I mean?
If it is R&B, you got somebody rapping.
Right. It's got the hip hop element.
And they hating on the bitch.
Right. No, so nowadays it's almost like it's hip hop that just got an R&B flavor to it. It's not even R&B with hip hop.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, I should say rap with a little R&B flavor to it. But anyway, I don't know, man, to tell you the truth, man, for me, I don't know, because I feel like I'm sure there's going to be a lot of different styles of hip hop and rapping, I should say. I think there's going to be a lot more, and I think things are going to be more official around that time. Like they'll have official categories like, underground hip hop versus mainstream hip hop versus R&B, trap, all of that. You know what I mean? So, I think it's going to be more official. Nowadays, we talk about that stuff, but it's not really official. like when you think about rock and roll, you got classic rock, you got soft rock, you got hard rock, you got heavy metal. So yeah, all of that shit is official. We need more official genres now for rap, and I think we'll have more. I think it's going to be a lot of house rap music, pop rap, you know what I mean, all of that shit. I think it's going to be a lot more official at that time. What do you think?
I mean, it's kind of funny that you brought up the genres because I think that's what's kind of, in a sense, kind of is killing hip hop. If that makes sense. Because you call, like, no disrespect to like the trappers or anything or the drills or whatever.
Drill, yeah.
It's like you have this music, but it's not even, y'all kind of have to leech on to hip hop to say that this is this. And like Joey Badass kind of made a point. It's like if y'all had it, had these things like in genres and have it, not necessarily separating it, but just don't hold it to the standards. Like, a hip hop, like LL Cool J, he came up with he was at a standard. Like he had to rap, he had to perform, he had to write his lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
He had to get the aesthetics down for hip hop.
Yeah.
That's what he had to, that's what he had to do in order to, for him to, to sell.
Yeah.
So the thing of it is, it's like, okay, the trap and the drill aren't those things. And it's okay. And kind of like what Pimp C was saying, like, the stuff that we do is not even Pimp C, like their music is good music, right. But they wouldn't really consider it hip hop. They just happen to have some good music behind it.
Right.
And they're rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think having some type of genre distinction can help, people, everybody appreciate,
right. Exactly.
What everybody else is doing. So yeah, maybe I'm with that. Maybe that will happen.
Yeah, I can see that happening. You know what I mean? And y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think about that. You know what I mean? What do you think hip hop and rap will be? I should say hip hop in general, but I see the big changes coming just in the form of rap. I don't think hip hop as a culture will change because we're always going to have b-boy dancing. You know what I mean? Because we're right now in 2023. And we still got people break dancing and popping and locking, and that's started in the 70s. You know what I mean? The late 70s. So that part ain't going nowhere. Beatboxing ain't going nowhere. No. DJing ain't going nowhere. No. You know what I mean? The dress of hip hop ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? So we always going to represent those hip hop brands and things like that. So I think mostly the bigger changes are going to be just in rap in general, you know what I mean? Because that's the one thing that everybody tries to kind of tweak to find out whatever sells, we go with that, you know what I mean? Yep. So, yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Again, y'all let us know in the comments about that. And please don't forget to hit the buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. I'm doing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, look. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad I did that. Let's make sure I ain't ashy.
Right. But anyway, but yeah, we can go ahead and move into some new music. I did have a couple, not much, just like 2 songs. Well, 3 things I wanted to talk about under music. But the first one, I meant to, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I meant to. Busta Rhymes got the new joint out with Coi Leray, and it's called Luxury Life, where they use the same beat that Jay-Z and Foxy Brown use, you know what I mean? Ain't No, like the one I got.
Okay.
Yeah, so they use that beat. So it's kind of a nice throwback. I will say this, just an honest critique. The rapping on both of their parts, dope as hell. I wasn't really feeling the hook as much. They tried to emulate the same hook, you know what I mean, with the singing and all that, but for me, the hook part just didn't work as much. But overall, the rapping from both of their parts was dope as hell.
Okay, that's what's up. We gotta check that up.
Yeah, definitely. And then Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion came out with a new joint called Bongos, you know what I mean? So that came out about a week ago.
Okay, all right.
And, it's kind of in the same category that Cardi B usually throws out there. It's something about sex and, all of that, you know what I mean? And her and Megan, they kind of, captured lightning in the bottle because it seems to work. But, I would like to see a little bit of different stuff from the two of them. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. But but it's working for their fans.
Oh,
I guess the fans like it, but I'm a fan of both of them to a certain degree.
Well, I mean, that's what they're saying, man. Like, they know that the sex is gonna sell. They look good, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna. I mean, and even what Cardi was saying, like, hey, I could do all this other stuff, but till y'all get into that, I'm gonna write about my ass.
Right, exactly.
Because, like, I'll tell you one, which was a good collab, and I loved it as far as, like, representing the 90s and all that, was the collab with Cardi B and Bruno Mars.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I love
that.
That was good.
Yeah, that was dope. That was, I feel like that was more of a Bruno Mars thing than a Cardi thing. Like, he just wanted her on his song. Yeah. I mean, it was a collab, but, I don't think she would have ever done that on her own.
Oh, no. But I think, as far as, like, the representation of brown people.
Right, exactly.
And things like that, I think that was
It definitely worked. The video was fire. They took it back to the 11 color joint. It was fire, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to Cardi and Bruno for that. So, and as far as other than that, we wanted to talk a little bit about Nas and Hit Boy and their era of music. So that's going to kind of lead us into our topics. So we were talking off camera about, is there era? Is the Nas and Hit Boy era? Is it over? Will we have more? So from what I understand, Nas is working on a new album that's about to drop, but this one for the first time in a while does not have Hit Boy. So he's done what, 5 with Hit Boy so far?
I think
he did 3.
It would be 6.
Is it 6?
No, this one that will come out tomorrow.
The one at the Magic that just dropped, was that 2 or 3?
Yeah, that was 2.
That was 2. So it's 2 Magics and 3 King's Disease.
Yep.
So that's 5.
The
one that's coming out is also Hit Boy, you're saying?
Yeah, that's one's Magic 3.
Oh, so the one that's coming out is Magic 3. Okay.
Yeah, they was gonna. They teased the King's Disease 4.
Right, I remember teasing that. Yeah. So if that happens, that's. But supposedly Nas is gonna do something outside of Hit Boy pretty soon, from what I've heard. But how do y'all feel about that? You know what I mean? Do y'all think the Nas and Hit Boy era, is it over? Should it still keep going?
I don't think it'll be over per se. I think he wants to maybe he's feeling some different sounds. Yeah. Maybe he's feeling like, hey, the Hit Boy thing, that was cool. I want to, maybe try to do some other stuff. Maybe look back to like some of my older contemporaries like Primo and Premier. I said Primo. Premier. Okay, Primo, Pete Rock, maybe. Maybe. Or maybe he wants to, maybe mix it up. Because I don't think their relationship has soured or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So I'm assuming, I'm thinking in the future we might have a Nas album and have Nas, like it'll be like an Illmatic 3.0. It'll be like Nas, but then like different producers from everybody, like Beat Rod, Premier, RZA, Hit Boy, Just Blood, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Alchemist. Nas and Alchemist album would be fucking.
Oh yeah.
I love that shit. Yeah. Especially if Alchemist cut like some Prodigy samples of that shit. Boys, that would be dope.
That would be hot, man. I would love to hear.
And honestly, I would like to see Nas and Havoc work together.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. Just especially for that, that era. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I thinking that Hit Boy. I don't think he's done with Hit Boy. I don't see that.
Nas and Muggs. Shit, man.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Fuck around and get Muggs. Oh,
that'd be crazy. Yeah. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would be like, shoot. I'd probably jump out the window that happened. Like,
Exactly. I think it's gonna go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right. But yeah. So I mean, Nas is gonna do Nas, man.
Oh yeah.
I think he might have actually been. I seem like I remember seeing a clip of him doing something new with Dr. Dre too. So
I would like to see that. Yeah.
I would like to see more from him and Dre. I think Dre could do something good for Nas. You know what I mean? So anyway, but yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think about that. You know what I mean? I do like Nas and Hit Boy. I thought it was funny that we were talking about this because one of the pages I follow on Instagram, I forget the name of it. I think it's called Carrying the Culture.
Okay.
And this dude that runs the page, is his page. He did like he kind of responds to people's comments. So he did a little clip where he was like, "Yo, one of the people in my comments said that Nas and Hit Boy have basically taken the spot of Gangstar, Guru, and Premier." And he was like, "Get the fuck out of here," And so he was kind of mad, like, "How dare you say some stupid shit like that?" You know what I mean? Now, I do think Nas and Hit Boy have done some great work together, but I will say I do agree with him. I don't think they've gotten that. I don't think they've taken that spot. You ain't fucking with Primo on the beats, Hit Boy. You got some dope shit, but you are not fucking with Primo on them beats. So yeah, I definitely agree with him on that. But what are you thinking about that?
Yeah, like I said, I don't see that. Like, one thing about going to since we're talking about Gangstar, and that's the thing too, man. They don't really get. I mean, they talk about Premier, but they don't really talk about Guru like that. Guru, did some things for the culture.
Absolutely.
But I like Primo when he did other stuff for other artists. You know what I'm saying? I really wish we had got Premier doing, where they did they did like a little dream thing of like Tupac versus DJ Premier. I would love to see that, like a Premier in reality, make a beat for him. That would have been great.
That would have been dope, man.
But I've always liked when like Guru and Premier get back, like do Gangstar shit.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying? I know there's other people that's league better than Guru. I'm not discounting that.
Yeah.
But I like the chemistry. Yeah. I like the chemistry that they had.
Facts.
Yeah.
I never knew the whole story about, how they had a little riff with each other, when Guru was dealing with that Solar dude or whatever his name was, MC Solar.
Oh yeah.
And so I never really found out the reason that, that caused whatever happened that caused a rift between them. But I know that there's no Guru music out there that comes close to what him and Primo made.
Nah.
I don't care what he did with Solar. I'm sure he did some stuff, but from what I heard like 1 or 2 songs, and I was like, yeah, this ain't the Gangstar formula. It don't work. It ain't working for me. But it is what it is. Yeah,
but it's like they might be simple beats, but I mean not like simple, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But like he made him sound cold.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I don't know what he did, but he. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What he do, but like he know how to do it.
Right. The beats, man. He just know how to make beats that compliment people so much. And so, I mean, we can go all the way back to the very first Gangstar album and still bump that shit right now. 2023. Yes, sir. And that beat, man, come on, man. Primo been killing the game from day one.
Yup.
So, anyway, y'all let us know, what y'all think about that in the comments. We can kind of move on or whatever. So my man's BG came home, but there's a video that surfaced, and he looking a little suspect.
Sorry, I did my Tim Allen.
You know what I mean? My man gets Scooby-Doo, roll.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a video where I guess looks like he just got his hair done in some box braids, which it looks a little more like something a female would get, but it is what it is. It's a fresh hairdo. But he kind of flipping the hair, and his mannerisms look a little flamboyant.
My man came home.
Right.
He might have been, he might have been BG when he went in. And BG might stand for something else.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
I don't know, man, but we need to know. We need to hear directly from the man.
He still until he do something. He's still one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Cash Money.
Yeah, I mean, I can't take his legacy away from his Cash Money legacy, but it's just funny how he just that little, I mean, they say prison changes a man, I don't know. We will see. But he has not responded. It's been going around for like 2 or 3 days now. And, I've seen memes about it. There's one guy who put on like some fake braids, and he was doing it about his BG when he came home. I was like, y'all stupid as fuck. Man. They dumb as hell, man. But so y'all, if any of y'all have seen the clip, let us know what y'all think about it, because I did think it was a little suspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I honestly, when I first saw it, when it came across, as you scroll on Instagram, and I just saw this dude kind of flipping his hair, and I did not even know it was BG at first. Yeah, I had to read the caption. I was like, holy shit, that's BG? And I was like, oh shit, that is him.
Damn.
So, I did not even recognize him, dude.
Man, that BG might be something else.
Yes, sir.
Damn, something else.
I'm going to need BG to address this whole thing, man. Let's see what you got, my brother. So, anyway, I can't stop thinking about it. Let's move on to another topic. Y'all weigh in on that in the comments, but want to give a shout out to the Beastie Boys and their legacy.
Shout out.
They got a new street named after them called Beastie Boys Square.
Let me clap that up, man.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, and they're down one member. We lost one member, MCA, rest in peace. But as a unit, they're still strong, and they were born in Manhattan, so they were always, and they always represented that. They never tried to be fake about it. They would always say in their songs, we're from Manhattan, stuff like that. They never tried to, because Manhattan has never been like the cool part of New York. That's just downtown and
probably
all
like
that.
The cities.
Right. So you wouldn't hear an average rapper saying, I was born in Manhattan and I'm hard. Nah, they don't happen. But they didn't have no fear of that. So shout out to the Beastie Boys. I love the fact that they got that street named after them. It's called Beastie Boys Squares, right where the actual Paul's Boutique was.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's what's up, man. I mean, that's when I, off camera, I was like, man, one thing about the Beastie Boys, like a lot of, people like, oh, the white boys, and they were punk rockers first, and they came in. But the one thing that they did, they never, if you pay attention to them, they never deviated from their style of hip hop.
Right.
Never. They kept it old school. Even at a time like when they were coming out with albums in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, they kept their style. Like they were just, you know what I'm saying? They were like, if you listen to BC, it's primitive old school rhyming. Man. Like, and one of my favorites for them is Short Shot. That's my shit.
Yeah, man.
Like I get hype every time I hear that.
I get hype off a lot of their joint, man. Hold It Now, I love that. That's my joint.
Well, a lot of their stuff, even though, like, a lot of their stuff was kind of instrumental in modern day hip hop too. Even if you listen to It's not Paul Revere. It was one of those where they go, like in the I forgot the song. It's one of the old.
Yeah, it's one of the old ones. I think I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name either, but
you know what I'm saying, like the modern, like you can trade, like if you listen to Lil Jon, like what he does, like you can kind of find elements of that. Me personally, when I listen to it, the elements of the Beastie Boys.
Absolutely, man. So, the Beastie Boys definitely made their mark on hip hop, and they definitely should be celebrated. So, with this being the anniversary of hip hop, the 50-year anniversary, this is a dope year for them to get that recognition.
Yeah.
So, definitely happy for that. Let us know what y'all think in the comments. Some of y'all might not even be old enough to know the Beastie Boys, man. You know what I mean? But they are definitely a legendary group, one of the early groups under Def Jam and all of that. So, yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, I guess we can move on to the next topic. What do you want to talk about now?
Let me see here. Let me pull up my handy dandy notes that I forgot to pull up. Yeah, let me do that shit. Let's talk about the VMAs.
The VMAs, okay. Well, they, speaking of Hip Hop 50, they did do a Hip Hop 50 tribute. I haven't watched the whole show yet, but I did kind of fast forward to the tribute, and what they did was they brought out Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five at first.
Okay.
And it was kind of dope. It was, they did like this thing where in the intro, they all kind of did their B-boy poses, and then they would hit the beat and they would go to a different pose, hit the beat and they would go to another pose. So it was kind of dope, how they did the intro.
Okay.
And then they did one of their songs. Just to keep it a little balanced, they had Nicki Minaj come out. She performed as well for the tribute.
Okay.
Lil Wayne also performed for the tribute.
Okay.
He did a Millie. And who was the other one? Oh shit, I don't forgot now. There's one more act that performed and I forgot now. My mind is a blur. But it was a good tribute. It wasn't as long as some of the other tributes that have happened, but it was like two older, old school acts, and then the Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne, which is kind of a balance between older and newer generations. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I guess that was their way of balancing it out. You know what I mean? So it was kind of dope how they did it. But at the end, they all came out on stage, and under the final performance, they didn't rap together. They were just more
came out together,
presence on stage.
Oh, that's dope.
So yeah, shout out to the VMAs for doing that. But I have to admit, I can't help but wonder if they're just trying to capitalize off of Hip Hop 50 just for the views, because they know this is a big
thing. Oh yeah.
Like, will y'all do anything about hip hop next year? Probably not. You know what I mean? So, but you haven't seen that VMA thing, have you?
Nah, I didn't. Like I said, I don't really watch award shows like that.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like it. Just a lot of it is just bullshit.
Yeah, it is. Mostly, I look for the whatever hip hop element they have in it, just to see if they do a decent job. I'm sure we got every October we usually get the BET Hip Hop Awards, so I'm sure that's coming up soon. Unless they canceled it, but if they did, they're stupid, because with this being Hip Hop 50, they definitely need to do it. But anyway, it was it was a pretty good tribute. I'm gonna go back and watch the whole show so I can see what else they did. But I didn't even realize that I was at work, and my customer on the phone, because I work for the internet and cable company, they was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to record the VMAs and I can't seem to get it to work." And I was like, "What? That's tonight?" And so I got somebody to tape it for me, but so it worked out in that regard. So I have to go back and watch the whole thing though.
Yep.
But anyway, let's move on. Let's see here.
Let's talk about the Hip Hop Treasures.
All right, Hip Hop Treasures. Man, that is a show where they are, just trying to collect hip hop memorabilia. And, they're going all around the world. I mean, not all around the world, all around the country.
All around the same song. That is the same old song.
I'm sorry. Sure. No, but that's perfect. That's what they did this week.
Oh, word! Yo!
Yeah, man.
Anytime I can do Shock G's voice, man, I'm happy.
Yeah. So they, I think they got like one of his original glasses with the nose. They got one of them for the museum. One of their videos, they had this big Humpty Hump head. I can't remember the name of the song, but it was a big head where the front of it opened up and the rapper came out, like Shock G came out rapping, but it was a big, like, giant sized head that could fill up to the ceiling.
That's crazy.
And they were trying to get that for the museum too. I think they did get it. So yeah, it was dope, man. It was a great episode, and they got a couple other things too. But yeah, that was dope. They got that, and I think it was like a jacket, some sort of jacket. But yeah, so they talked a lot about Shock G.
Yeah, I gotta look for that episode.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm gonna see if I can find it other ways where I can maybe send it to you or something, man, because they're doing really good. Like I said, this is all for the museum, the hip hop museum that's opening up in New York. It's gonna be a really big thing. It's not just gonna be some hole in the wall museum. They're trying to make this a huge like building and everything. So, because there's other hip hop museums out there. There's actually other ones out there, but this one is supposed to be like the biggest one, and it's got to be because with it being there right there in New York City,
1520.
Yeah. So it's got to represent. So anyway, so y'all, if y'all can check that out, please do. It's called Hip Hop Treasures, and it shows on the channel A&E. All right, and let us know what y'all think about in the comments. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let me move on. Let's see what else can we talk about. You want to talk about the brick lady?
Yeah, let's talk about the brick lady.
So, last week we mentioned her at the beginning of the show. We was like, yeah, we're going to talk about her, but we rushed through everything so fast that we didn't even get a chance to talk about it. And I didn't think about it until after the fact. I was like, oh shit, we forgot to talk about the brick lady. You know what I mean? So basically, she said that she had an altercation with a grown man. I believe she was in Africa. Everybody thought it was somewhere that happened here because she talks with a
New York
American English accent.
Sound like a New York accent.
Not really New York to me, but definitely American. But anyway.
Oh, so it was in Africa?
It was in Africa.
Okay, that makes sense for her facial features now.
She's Nigerian, I believe.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah, so, but, basically she said that, she was talking to some guy. He asked her for her phone number. She told him no, and he got mad and he was like, yo, hit the bricks before the bricks hit you. And next thing you know, he hit her with a brick. But,
got no bricks.
That more information has surfaced now where they're saying that she faked the whole thing. Like she never actually got hit with a brick. Her face was swollen. You know what I mean? It looked like, a tumor. It's not a tumor. But supposedly she has some condition. It might have been some kind of tumor or abscess or some shit like that.
Well, I heard it was like an allergic reaction.
Okay, allergic reaction. Yeah, allergic to bricks, maybe. I don't know.
Allergic to bricks.
But anyway, so now the story is she faked it. She saw her face was swelling up. Nobody was around, and then when some men walked up, she just tried to act hysterical. This guy just hit me in the face with a brick. And as far as I know, there was a guy there who got in the car and was driving away. And so I guess she just said, hey, why don't y'all do something about it? And because they didn't, America said, as usual, we hate men. Men are bad. Women are good.
No. Let me clarify that. Black men are bad.
There you go. My bad. Yeah.
That's what they were trying to do. That's what they're trying to do.
So, but yeah, I mean, and it's, they also found out that this chick has fabricated situations in the past. I mean, of course, there's the videos of her going around slapping random men, but, they're saying that might have been staged just for social media likes. But, there's also, they found old videos where she did the same thing. She was crying about her face being swollen. Look what this guy did. Y'all should do something about it. And so it's almost like, what is your whole thing? And now the whole thing comes out that every time it happens, she starts a GoFundMe account. And so, just to say, hey, I'm a victim and nobody loves me. So Black men scary and won't do anything to help me. So everybody should help me with GoFundMe. And so now she's on like her 4th or 5th or 6th GoFundMe. And so now people are starting to wise up. I hope these women are starting to wise up. And I know the men are.
Yeah, but that is really it's weird too, because she's her being Africa and her to claim that, because she also is she claims to be part of the the LGBTQ and
right.
Yeah. For her to do that, I was like, that's kind of strange, because they kind of frown upon it. You know what I'm saying? So
it's little bits of it probably creeping in.
Oh yeah.
She probably is one of those teensy bits that are creeping in, but overall they still don't push the rainbow flag over there.
Yeah, but it's just crazy. Like I think she need help.
She do. She definitely.
There's something definitely wrong because she looks like a person. Like I looked at her and like her face, she looks like something that somebody that's carrying a lot of things.
Yeah.
And she's just lashing out.
Yep, I definitely feel that, man. It's definitely something going in there emotionally, mentally. She got some problems, but I'm just, the more stuff comes out, I'm just like, and I remember when I first heard the story, I was like, damn, how you gonna just hit this lady with a brick? You know what I mean? Not that I don't want to sound, well, on one side or the other, because I don't think that women should go poking the bear and popping off in some man's face like he's not supposed to be mad or something.
Man,
he shouldn't be hitting her with a brick. He should have just, if it did happen in a real scenario, his best thing would be to just walk away or restrain her and call the cops. Like, look, this lady just keep trying to get in my face, hitting me. She won't stop. I need y'all to come restrain her so I can get the hell up out of here. Or, just do your best to walk away. But the way it sounded, man, like it's never even happened. You know what I mean? So.
And that is messed up too, because I've been in situations where, I'm not gonna say names, but a woman egged me on, and like they would they would do something, and they're like, yeah, hit me,
right,
hit me.
Right.
And it's
they're
like,
famous for that.
And it's then it's like, I was like, and first of all, like, yeah, you a white woman. You really think I'm gonna fit and do that? Like, no,
we'd never see you again.
Man, shit,
you would die under the jail, man.
Under the jail, like, I ain't fitting to do that. You crazy,
right?
So it's like certain things. It's like, and in those situations, you just kind of have to just just walk away. I mean. And then, sometimes you have to grit your teeth and just hold your fist and just walk out and walk home.
Yeah, because that's it. And you're right about that.
Man, I'm telling you, man. It's just, and I think, and whether you, black or not, as men, it's tough, man, when it comes to, because we have to be the strong one, but then on top of that, we can't show emotion, or we can't be, you know what I'm saying? We can't be seen as not logical or not, you know what I'm saying, just going around because there's consequences for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we have to, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Definitely, man. So yeah, man, I hope to hear a little bit more about this, and we're gonna see what happens. I mean, the sisterhood, we're gonna see if they're gonna support her or not, and the more truth we found out about the situation. I wonder about the dude, because remember the dude came out, he was like, she got hit with the brick and I didn't help. I wonder, was he lying, or did he walk up at some point, just not witness it and just, heard what she said and just decided not to do anything? Because he actually said, a guy hit her with a brick and then he left, you know what I mean? So did you actually witness it, or were you lying, or were you just walking up and she said it and you just believed her? Like, oh, okay, so she got hit with a brick, but I'm still not helping. You know what I mean? But the way the guys were talking about it, there were guys who said that they saw her actually popping off at this guy's face, you know, threatening him, degrading him, disrespecting him. So I don't know, man. It's weird. So it's like something must have happened. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Somebody lying about something. But we shall see. So I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to get too deep into it. I don't know what to believe at this point, but we're gonna see. All right, so let's talk about our weekend at the tour, man. We went and saw The Force.
Let's talk about a little bit. Well, we already talked about Magic Free anyway. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
yeah,
let's
talk about The Force. I'm sorry. Yeah,
okay.
We already talked about
it. All right, no problem.
Not to slight Nas like that.
Yeah. That's why I brought it up when we talk about the music, because I think, this might be a good time to talk about it.
That's cool.
So we're going to see what he does with that. You know, I mean, Nas has been doing really good with these Hit Boy joints, man, but, we'll see how far it goes. But, yeah, man, so we went to the show and saw The Force tour, and it was definitely well worth it, man. Anybody who can catch it, please do. They're doing special guests in each location, so the lineup is slightly different. So what they did was they had, as far as the music, helping out with the music, DJ Jazzy Jeff was doing the DJing, scratching. Excellent. The Roots crew was doing the instruments. They actually had a live band, the Roots crew doing instruments. So Questlove was there, all the other members. And Black Thought basically kind of was the master of ceremonies throughout the whole thing. He did a little performance of his own, but he more so was there to kind of also introduce the other groups. So in the beginning, he comes out, opens up the show, he raps a little bit, and then he introduced the first act, which was De La Soul. Oh, man.
Rest in peace, the True Boy.
Rest in peace, man. Dave, man. True Boy, the Dub. I was really missing him, man. I was like, man, it's dope, but I really want him to be there.
Yeah.
But, Maceo came out, he DJ'd a little bit, but he also came up to the stage and helped, the other members perform Pasta News. So, they did perform together. Maceo did like background vocals and whatnot. So it was still dope, man. And Black Thought also helped out too.
Oh, yeah.
Black Thought was doing backup vocals for all the artists.
For the business.
Yeah, man. So that was legendary. They went into a lot of that stuff. Potholes in My Lawn. They went into the Stakes is High.
Stakes is High. I had to jump up on that.
Right. Yeah.
That's my shit.
Howard was mad excited.
Yo, that's my shit right there.
Yeah, man. What else did they do? What other songs they did?
They did Me, Myself, and I.
Yeah, Me, Myself.
Everybody got ripped when they did the Buddy.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Mean.
And they brought up.
Oh yeah, they brought my man from the Jungle Brothers up there. Mike G.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was dope, man. After that, let's see who came on after that. LL, I think it was LL came up after that. Because I know he performed twice.
Yo, that was crazy.
Yeah, LL.
They had like the smoke screen.
They made sure to get on that LL.
Yo.
When LL came out, they had the smoke in the background. All you saw was the shadowy silhouette. And next thing you know, you hear, no, rap.
Quite like I can.
Take a muscle bound man, put his face in his hand. Yo, that was the shit, man.
Yo.
So, that was dope. LL did like a couple songs then, and then he goes out. We also got Rakim, the legend.
Yep.
He came out and did a melody, no pun intended, of his songs. LL comes back out again later, and we also.
Wait a minute. We had remember they brought out Petey Pablo.
Petey Pablo. That's what I was about to say.
And David Banner came out. Yeah.
So we got two special guests. We got David Banner because he wasn't listed, and Petey Pablo, he wasn't listed either. And then we also had DJ Z-Trip. Is that his name? Z-Trip?
Yeah, that's Cool J's DJ from Rock the Bells.
So he did a set too, man. He killed the turntables, man. Killed it. So I love what he did, man. I didn't know that dude was gonna be that good. He was dope. So David Banner did an excellent performance. He did a couple of his songs, and he actually went out in the crowd.
Yes.
And not just went out in the crowd. He moved all throughout the arena. He went from the bottom where all the front row seats were. He went up to the side. I mean, he was just killing it, man. And that was smart because, you know, you got to get that crowd participation. And I know they was going crazy over that. So, and then, like you said, PD Pablo, LL came out and did his joint again. You know, he came out.
He came out right after Juvenile. Juvenile was
yeah, Juvenile. Almost forgot. Damn.
Yeah, man, Juvenile. Yeah, Juvie, man.
Juvenile killed it too, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, Juvenile did his thing, man. I was loving it. So I'm gonna have to, cause Juvenile did like a live video on his Instagram or something like that. And he kind of turned and faced, you know, made sure his camera was facing the crowd. He told them to hold their lighters up and all of that shit. And so, yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was an excellent concert, man. I loved it, man. I enjoyed so much of it. Rakim.
Oh, he did the as in the words of Jazzy Jeff, the Acapulco.
He said, yo, for this next song, man, I think you need to do Acapulco.
He did that follow the leader. God, yo, y'all don't understand how dope that shit was, man.
He did the first verse of I Follow the Leader, acapella, offbeat, and he just really just pulled you in. You know what I mean? It was so dope, man. And one of the things he likes to do when he's performing, you know, he did like microphone fiend, and he takes the microphone and he starts like jabbing it into his arm like it's a needle. You know what I mean? Like he's fiending for the needle. Man, that dude, he just really just loves hip hop, man.
Yeah, man.
Him, all of them do really, but you know, that just is a testament to how much he loves it, that music just kind of pulls him in.
It was really good to see, like the South kind of represented with Banner and
yeah.
It was good to see like Black Thought actually, you know, being like he was when Juvenile was out there, like he was actually, you know, helping Juvenile on the songs and stuff.
Yeah,
that was dope, man.
Yeah,
it's like man, listen, if it come in your town and if you get the tickets, go see that.
Yeah,
you were witnessing history.
Facts.
You're witnessing history. You need to see that, like, especially if you a hip hop head. Yeah, you need to see that.
Yeah, it's worth the money, man.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth the money, man. So, and you know, LL of all of them, man, he's a true artist in the essence of everything. Performance, he just really kept the crowd engaged. You know what I mean? LL gonna put on that performance because LL is all about the energy and really giving it to you. You know, somebody like Rakim, you're gonna get absorbed into that lyricism. But Rakim's a little more laid back. You know, he's not jumping around too much. But Rakim, when he start rhyming, you're going to just be like, you're just going to be listening like, what did he just say? Oh. But LL going to have you kind of jumping and getting hype, you know, because he moving around the stage. He just really getting into it, man.
And that's the thing, too, man. Like, man, I ain't going to lie. I was, like, going there. That was something that I think we both needed because I was inspired, man. Like,
yeah.
I mean, especially about, you know, what we're going to talk about next, but I was inspired as far as like, you know, like I want to be, when I get to be, because I'm thinking Cool J is probably in his 50s. Like he was still jumping up and down like a young man. Like that's a dope feat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
And having that type of stamina and stuff to do, I mean, that's what I strive for anyway.
Man, it was definitely inspiring, man. You know what I mean? Because LL just lets you know it ain't about your age, it's about how you feel inside and, you know, what you're doing to take care of yourself, man. So I'm definitely want to do better about taking care of myself and, you know, have a good, healthy life, man. So that definitely inspired me. And, you know, as you can see, we got our 4 shirts on.
Made by well actually he got the funds up to make these. So that's kind of set us back. So we need y'all to put the funds and allocate it, you know what I'm saying?
Need funds
allocated so we can, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So we can recoup.
Yeah.
But I mean there was a place that I know locally here that does t-shirts and whatnot. And I was like, yo, I wonder if I can find the logo. And I found the logo and I just took it to him. I was like, yo, hook us up, man. And they hooked us up, man. So, you know, And people, was getting compliments on the shirts and whatnot.
Check out those. Because they didn't. I don't think they really had.
Yeah, I didn't see any
these type of, but they were kind of just too much. They're pretty much celebrating, the hip hop,
right,
and the history, which is cool.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But
yeah, man, it was dope. I mean, they definitely had a little bit of merch, but it wasn't like stuff like this. So, yeah.
Because it was kind of like, when we went to see Wu-Tang and Nas,
it was
they had like the Wu-Tang merch and they had Nas merch. More Wu-Tang than Nas, really. I really would. And then what I really wanted to get, which he got the one where he got Nas and Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
But they had some people over there selling it, and I would have got it, but they didn't take card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, man, and I thought about that too. I was like, I remember the last time we couldn't get what we wanted, because like you said, you couldn't take your card. But so I was like, let me try to hook up something before we even go to the show. And luckily, I was able to find that, man. So that's why we decided to wear our shirts today. You know what I mean? Because it ain't like you can wear something like this all the time. We just wanted to kind of show y'all, man. We enjoyed it, man. It was dope, and I'm sure the tour is going to go on for a while. They're still doing the Nas and Wu-Tang tour, I believe.
Yep.
So that's been going on for the last year.
And shout out to Uncle L, as people call him. And definitely appreciate you. Including everybody, the South. We definitely appreciate it, man. Like I'm glad that hip hop has grown to a point where we can all put little silly stuff aside and actually grow together as brothers.
Facts.
So that's a beautiful thing.
Facts, man. And it's one of those things, man. LL is doing the right thing. This is what people like him should be doing. Trying to get rappers that are iconic in the game to still be able to put on shows and sell tickets and whatnot. You know what I mean? So
yep.
And it's just letting you know that these rappers from the older generation can still sell tickets. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But it was people in there going crazy, man. It was young and old people in there. So we had a good mixture. I noticed. I kept looking around checking. And it was a good mixture of young people. I was like, I'm surprised this person even knows some of these songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
LL did like something like a phenomenon. He did all of that. He did I'm Bad.
He did the joint with
Candy.
The joint with Jennifer Lopez.
Yep. He did the J-Lo joint. He did the
that
Candy
was a good song, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel good.
About candy. That was bad album. Yeah, the bad album was dope, man.
So he did that. He did the I Shot Ya verse. He did the 4-3-2-1 verse. When he did 4-3-2-1, I was like, please tell me you ain't got red and meth in the back or something like that. Cause crazy. I'm gonna lose my shit right now. But he didn't, but he still did his verse from it, and it was dope. He did Jack the Ripper right after he did I Shot Ya. So that was dope. What else did he do? He did Radio, Rock the Bells.
Yeah, he ended with Rock the Bells. That joint went hard. Yeah. I was surprised, man. He killed that.
Yeah, man, definitely killed it. That's who it was at the VMAs. He was the other act. Yeah,
Cool J was.
Yeah, he was.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was Furious 5, Nicki Minaj, LL, Lil Wayne.
Okay.
That's how they did it. And LL did I'm Bad. He did that just like he did at our show, and he did a couple other songs too. So he did his thing, man. So I was real happy to see him. And it looked like he still had on that black vest that he had on at our show with the sparkle.
Dang, I guess we wearing these shirts. Right. We represent.
Right.
We represent.
LL did his thing, man.
We representing dingy out here. So. Represent dingy.
You know what I mean? The dirty culture.
Dirty.
But yeah, so it was a great show, and I was happy to be able to witness that. I mean, because this was just 1 year ago that we was at the Wu-Tang and Nas concert. It was like September 13th or 14th, something like that. So and now it's like September 13th. So we just 1 year off of that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's dope, man. And hopefully we'll be doing something like this again next year. Yeah. So but yeah, so before we go any further, please don't forget, hit all the buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters.
Damn, you flipped them all.
I'm just playing, yeah.
Damn, I was just doing a little joint.
You shot him with the guns, you know what I mean?
Yeah, damn, I shot his shot him up. He's like, yeah, nah, fuck out.
I shot you.
I shot you.
I gave you the finger. But y'all know we just joking. That's just our brand of humor, you know what I mean? So that's our brand. But so before we close out the show, we do want to let y'all know that we're going to try to, you know, revamp the show. So we're going to do like a full revamp because we really want to, you know, get really engaged in the whole hip hop culture. We want to really make sure that we're keeping this hip hop and really just get the conversation going the right way. So we're probably going to come up with a completely new name for the podcast. Everything's going to be different. You know, the way we lay out the show may be a little bit different. Some of it might be the same because there's certain things that we like to do, like, you know, the RIPs and the birthdays. You know, a lot of other shows ain't really doing that. You know what I mean? So we want to keep those things that kind of keep us, you know, original, but, you know, we also want to step it up. You know what I mean?
Oh, fact.
So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, just like I said, it is kind of, you know, like I said, with this tour, the Force and all this other stuff, all of the things kind of came into play with it. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of, you know, we've been at this for about 5 or so years.
6, actually.
Yeah, about 6 years. Yeah. And we need to kind of just, you know, look at us, you know, look at ourselves and kind of see like what we're doing. Yeah. And we want to try to, you know, revamp, like I said, rename. You know what I'm saying? Just make the presentation and things better. Now, you know, for the viewer, for us, but for you guys as well. We want to be able to, we want to do some more, not a whole lot more interviews, but we want to interview people. We want to actually have some good thought-provoking interviews on here. We want to have some discussions because one thing like political stuff and all this other stuff, sometimes, you know, we kind of, me personally, I kind of went haywire, but I think you guys, all that stuff is out there. There's someone else that's far better than me actually talking about this stuff. And I feel that you guys deserve a break from that. So we're just going to keep it hip hop.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
that's definitely.
That's what we're trying to do. I mean, some things, you know, we can kind of touch on, sprinkle on and touch on. But yeah, we're definitely going to try to, you know, get a better format down so it could be more digestible.
Yeah, and you know, if y'all got any suggestions, you know, feel free to hit us up. You know, we still got our email, Triad Hip Hop Podcast @gmail.com. Is that it, right? That's
it. Oh, it's the real Triad Hip Hop Podcast @gmail.com.
So, you know, it's long as fuck, but
yeah, that might be the reason why we might need to rebrand. Like, I gotta type all this shit.
But luckily technology will save it for you. You type it in one time, it'll
yeah.
But you know, we're gonna come up with a whole new email as well, because whatever the new name that we come up with, we'll come up with an email for that. We'll make that one even longer. You know what I mean? The super real number
one California delicious soda pop drinking ass pop.
But yeah, so you know, but we'll keep y'all posted. What we're gonna do is we're probably gonna take a break while we try to really revamp and recalibrate the whole show and really just try to come up with something that everybody's gonna like. And you know, we're gonna also try to be more inclusive of the younger artists, because you know, we don't talk about them as much. And it's just a lot of them out there that don't make great music. So sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, but there are really good artists out there, and we need to be more inclusive of that. So we're going to try to do more of that. But please, if y'all got suggestions, send them to the Real Triad Hip Hop Podcast at Gmail for right now. And once we get the new information, we'll update y'all. I think what we'll probably do, I'm assuming that you're cool with this, like we'll make a whole new Instagram page, and the other Triad Hip Hop page will probably still be there, just so that y'all will probably put a post up and say, hey, this was our last post. Now go over to this page, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We'll do something to that degree,
And then and also too, I was going to say this, if something really, really big happens, especially like hip hop or something in urban culture, we'll still probably come back and talk about it at some point. But like, as far as like the weekly, day after day, we probably won't have, or, Wednesday after Wednesday, week after week, we probably won't have that.
Right.
Going forward until we get things polished.
Yeah. So we appreciate y'all chilling with us. We didn't want to spring this on you at the last minute, but it's something that needs to be done. So episode 255 is going to be our last episode under the name Triad Hip Hop Podcast. It's a little sentimental, getting a little teary, but it is what it is,
My man, like, don't piss on it. That's my stand that shit up like
But it is definitely sentimental because we put a lot of work in, and it's gonna be still a lot of the good stuff. I'm sure we'll still be doing like the lyrical breakdowns, because that's hip hop all day. We can't get rid of that. But like I said, we're gonna also try to look for y'all support, and for y'all to spread the word to your friends, and like I said, give us some suggestions. Anything that you would like to see on the show, let us know, because we want this to be working for y'all as well as for us. So anyway, I think that's all I have, man. Did you have anything else?
I think that's it.
All right, man. So one last time for Triad Hip Hop Podcast, episode 255. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Man
Howie. Hitman Howie, you know what I mean? Signing off.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
I feel good.
Wow.
About Candy.
That was a horrible year.
Feel good. That's the joint.
Man, classic.